Hello, people of YouTube.
Hello, hello.
I'm sitting here with my buddy Hunter Lohse in the Santa Clara Interlocking Tower in Santa Clara, California. Our other friend Gary's off camera there. He's camera shy.
He wants to hide. He doesn't like us very much.
He doesn't like us, and I don't blame him. I'd be embarrassed to know us
he thinks like I'm like weird or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, people say I am. I don't know. You're gonna agree with me. So
he's weird.
Yeah. There you go.
He's weird.
Yeah.
Hi, Max. Hello, Oregon.
Nick LaRusso. Hello.
Nick.
Oregon.
Nick recognizes this place. It's Nice Hands Nick. So, yeah, we're in Santa Clara Interlocking Tower, coming live 2 o'clock, whatever day this is. I lose track, so I do.
August 21st, 2018, 2:07 p.m., Santa Clara Tower here at CP Coast, junction with the JPBX Peninsula subdivision. Hi, Sid. And
I just keep looking. I'm looking to make sure no trains are coming.
And the Union Pacific Coast subdivision.
Right.
And we're just here. We're going to shoot the afternoon rush, see what that looks like and stuff. And
yeah,
maybe we'll run some trains into each other. Who knows? See what we can do there. Yeah.
Can't do that.
Yeah, can't do that. Yeah. Your friend from Caltrain says hi. Awesome. Oh, Nick Wiley is in the depot. He's in the depot. Good afternoon to you too, Mr. Lewis, and you, Timberwolf from the UK. Hello, good to see you. And Mr. Chazco, hello, nice to see you too.
Wow, he's much better at this than I am. I'm reading this.
And Unknown Soldier, hello. And Trey Epperly, hey there, buddy, hey.
Yeah.
And Brantley, hello from Greenville, South Carolina. I've only been to North Carolina, so there you go.
I've been to North Carolina.
Yeah, he's been to No Carolina, so there you go. Yeah.
As in none. Not north, but none.
No, none, but none.
Yeah.
Do we get a look at the tower? Okay, well.
I suppose we can have a small look at the tower.
Okay.
Do you guys want to see a look at the tower?
We can give you guys a look at the tower if you want.
We'll do this very carefully.
Yeah, do it very carefully.
On a laptop here.
All right.
But if you look over here, let's see if we can do this.
Okay, so this is your main interlocking plant. Right here, where you throw all your switches. And then if you can turn, baby, there's your main board. There's the entire layout of the interlocking through the junction. And then there's your standard clock for standard railroad time. It is not 10:30 right now, though, so just so you know.
It's about 2:10 local time.
Yeah, about 2:10 local time. And then we do have a live scanner that goes on here on the desk, so that helps us a little bit.
Hey, there's Goofy Gary. Hi, Goofy Gary. Everybody say hi to Goofy Gary. And by the way, Goofy Gary has a YouTube channel too.
Yeah, it's Loco Boost 1, or just type in Gary Perazzo, one or the other.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that's a look around the interlocking tower.
Yeah.
If you look over here, you can see there's an antique typewriter. I don't know if you can see that. It's very hard for me to see the screen of the laptop.
Wait. You're getting it. Yeah.
There's an antique typewriter. And this is actually a very historic place. And it's pretty cool.
Show the view, yeah.
Sure. We can
Wonderful view.
We can look out the window. You can see there's Santa Clara Station over there. That's Caltrain's station.
Semaphores instead of evaders.
And then if you were to look out this way, you can see when a train goes by. And then I think most of our cameras are pointed this way because...
Well, we're waiting on Amtrak number 11.
Yeah.
He's the major train of note for the afternoon. He's down about 4 hours and getting later at this point. So see if we can see him.
I'm trying to look at this without breaking my computer.
Yeah, we don't want his laptop cascading down about 60 feet to the ballast.
Yeah, that would be
I don't think that is really what John wants.
I'm going to do a very artsy-fartsy look here. Okay, now get out of the picture. We're going to do an artsy-fartsy look down the entire switch stand. I guess that's what that is.
No,
it's a control.
It's the interlocking plant.
Interlocking plant.
Yeah.
what I call it, a switch stand?
Yes.
That's just one switch.
A switch stand is like something like, that's the lever that the dudes throw when they flip over the points. That's a switch stand, man.
I never said I was a train guy. I said I was the video guy. Being a train guy.
I try to be the train guy best I can.
That's where we're
no,
coming.
Trey, we haven't seen 3751.
There's no sign of it today.
Yeah, it's not going to come
Hold
through.
on, let me check. Yeah, is 3751 coming through? No? Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
it's not
sorry.
coming. So
you're lost. Tough love.
Anyway, so here we are, and since we're here just waiting for a train or trains, why don't we do some questions and answers here?
Okay. So
Hunter knows stuff about trains and knows stuff about the interlocking tower.
Okay, so 3751 is getting rebuilt. Yes, it's okay. Just got out of work. Timing could not be any more perfect. Okay, so
good.
We're in the Q&A section of this webcast right now. So any questions you have, we're ready for them. You know, what if what, Trey? Who used to own the tower? This is a former Southern Pacific Railroad tower built in 1927. Scale Trains Tunnel Motors. They are phenomenal. Absolutely gorgeous. And I think they'll look better when they're weathered because you should never have a tunnel motor clean. My favorite engine is that's actually a really tough one. What?
Gary's laughing. What's so funny?
He never met an engine he didn't like.
Yeah.
He never met an engine he didn't like, said from across the room.
Probably the cab forward, Southern Pacific cab forward. Anything Southern Pacific steam. Basically, Southern Pacific steam power is my main love. Are we going to stay for the locals?
My favorite engine is the one I'm looking at right now. I'm not looking at an engine, just whatever I'm looking at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So
I was going to say, what do you like?
That's my favorite.
Like in front of us now is just like a tractor and some bulldozers.
There's some tractors over there. But
so
the answer is whatever I'm looking at. That would be my favorite one at the moment.
No, actually, what he's saying is that he's secretly a tractor foamer. And so he's going to go foam some tractors is what he's going to do. Yeah.
I have to cross the tracks to get there, which would make me a foamer because I wouldn't be concerned with the safety of it.
Yep. And are we going to stay for the locals, Amtrak and Southern Pacific Railfan? Probably not. At least speaking for myself and Gary, we're probably going to get out of here after the first ACE train. So.
Oh, after the first one?
No, sorry, last one. My bad. I'm sorry.
So first one for the locals, aren't we?
That will be during the locals' time, yeah.
Oh, will it be?
So we'll be here for some locals. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we will be here for the locals. Okay, good. You want an HOAC9? That is train is Amtrak train 11. Amtrak number 11's due in about another hour and 15 minutes. It's about 4 hours down.
That's the southbound Coast Starlight.
Yes, southbound Coast Starlight. Yes.
If we stayed here long enough, we'd catch the northbound Coast Starlight too, but it would be dark.
5.5 hours now.
Yeah, it would be dark by then, though.
Yeah, it would be dark by then. Shooting trains at night is just, it's not light out, so that's a problem, right?
Yeah, I guess if you're at a station.
Yes, Trey.
Station.
Yes,
shots.
Trey. We heard about the 844. Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous sort of event that happened.
What is Trey talking about?
I think he's talking about. Are you talking about 844 when it hit somebody? Is that what you're talking about? Because if you're talking about that, that's been all over the news. Yes, number 11 is that late. We don't know what happened. He was about 47 minutes down out of Dunsmuir, and then he show and tell. I have a Nikon FM2 right here. 35 millimeter slides. And I'm trying to, be conducive to all of you, but you're asking me too many questions. You're going to make me scatterbrained. I can't finish one answer. If you
doesn't
give
need
me
any help being scattered. Go over there for a minute. Let me do some of these Q&As.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Talking, you guys.
Rio Grande.
Or CNNW or Rio Grande?
Rio Grande.
Sure, Rio Grande. Sure, why not? Did you hear about the accident that Norfolk Southern had a couple Sundays ago in Pennsylvania?
What happened? Oh, are you talking about that that derailment over in Philadelphia where all those double stack cars spilled? Yeah, that was nuts. That was really bad.
Owen wants you to talk. Wait, let who talk? Let Hunter talk?
Let me talk?
Then I'll
Okay.
go away. You guys can
All right.
talk.
Okay. Yeah, Echo, what do you want to know?
Now he's being shy.
Ye what? What's up, Trey? But yes, Unknown Soldier, definitely Rio Grande. But Southern Pacific is first and foremost. Southern Pacific was just the greatest railroad in the world. And that's just
says
it.
the guy with the Western
Union Pacific Bridge
Union,
Department, Western
it's
Region.
It's a UP hat, Mr. SP. Where the Union? Oh, we have a train approaching.
This is a casual day, guys.
Where's the train approaching from? Do you see the light down there, Gary?
I don't see it.
We would see it if it's a southbound.
Well, we're going to get a northbound. Maybe we can turn the camera and have them watch the train. Yeah.
I'm going to turn the computer around when this happens so you can watch the train out the window here.
Oh, the accident that was more out west witnessed the cleanup. What happened out west?
I didn't hear about that.
Okay, Mr. SP has not been patched out. I'll tell you, I got this hat from a woman who I was going to community college with. She used to work for SP in the shop. She was like in her 60s. She was taking a Spanish class with me.
Wow, that's a mega cougar.
Yeah. No! Conrail or ATSF? Conrail, just because I don't like ATSF that much. But definitely Conrail because I've been to Horseshoe Curve.
Hold on a second. Why do you have to pick one? Why not both?
Well, he asked, do we prefer...
Yeah, why do you have to pick one?
Conrail.
I like them both.
No, WP lives for sure. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Hey, Trey, I know you love ATSF, man, but I got to tell you something. You know, I mean, when you live in a place like... Oh, we got a train, guys. Here we go, guys.
Yeah, I think it's making a station stop.
Oh, it's making a station stop. Yeah. Give it a set. Oh, we got Gary getting ready here.
It looks like it's making a station stop. Oh, there's Gary in action.
Your thoughts on the Athearn SD60E?
We're going to ruin your audio, Gary.
That's okay.
Okay.
What's happening?
It's cool. But my most favorite recent release has been the 1943 UP 1943 SD70 Ace. That's definitely been my favorite for sure.
Scott Day, exactly. A mega cougar. He says a gilf.
Not a gilf. Get out of here, fool.
Hunter likes
old
ladies because they can take their dentures out.
Ugh. Go away.
This is a family show.
1943, guaranteed for sure. And Nate, the train that's coming is a Caltrain. Yeah. It's the predominant traffic that comes through here now is Caltrain.
I'm watching for when it comes. Let me turn the camera around and I'll roll my regular cameras and we'll be quiet for a minute. That way you can watch it go by.
On the number one track at 10. I've got signals and time, and hopefully I can get them down by the time you guys get up there. Over. Plan, correct, over. Send out.
Resume, please.
All right, there you go, guys. Hopefully that was pretty cool. Actually, Max, no, that was technically an F40PH-2 Cat, I believe. I think that one had the extended car body on it. I don't think that was a genuine F40PH. There are no genuine F40PHs on Caltrain. It's either an F40PH-2, an F40PH-2C, or an F40PH-2 cat. Because the 2 cats are fitted with the Caterpillar prime movers. You got the 2 Cs with the roof-mounted headlight. And then, yes, we're trespassing with permission. And
yeah, no, hold on. Time out before someone gets the wrong idea here. We did not sneak into the tower. That's what someone's saying.
Yeah, no, we didn't sneak in. We asked to be here. People know that we're here right now. People know that we're here right now, okay? Yeah, we picked the locks. I ain't stirring up anything. What you talking about? Sydney's trying to say I'm stirring up stuff.
No, someone else is stirring up stuff. Oh, probably Nick. Yeah, it's Nick.
No.
She's saying nice hands. That's nice hand Nick.
But she goes, nice hand stirring up trouble. Oh, okay.
You see, the locks are actually opened with a key and not cut or broken.
Neither German Shepherds nor pugs, Shih Tzus. Some guy got hit and killed by an NS train this morning in Greenville. A lot of homeless people staying near the NS depot here. Well, if they don't move, they're going to keep getting hit some more, so that might be a problem.
Hey, I just thought of something. We can use this incident of people thinking we're trespassing in the tower as a way to raise bail money.
Bail money.
By using the super chat thing.
Right.
Hit the super chat thing and make donations to bail us out of jail in case we get arrested up here.
Intermountain Cab Ford AC12, best engine with ESU Lohse sound.
Yeah, I wanted to mention something because somebody was asking on here. Let me find it. Jordan, I think you say that, Schoening, is asking about whether I'm going to Portola for, I guess they have their rail.
Yeah, that's next weekend. That's next weekend.
I'm not going to be there. So I wouldn't mind going, but I have way too much stuff going on this month. And something else I should mention is that I have it on good authority that the Patreon page is ready for people's consumption. So on the next scheduled podcast, which is September 1st, so a week from this Saturday, we're going to launch the Patreon page and announce it publicly. So, so save your super chats. I was just joking about the bail money. All right, yeah, we'll definitely have that announcement a week from Saturday for Patreon.
All right, so. Jordan Schoening's asking the favorite locomotive question again, and I'll reinstate since you joined us late here, buddy. For me, anyway, he said it's anything that's in front of him. With me, it's anything that's steam and Southern Pacific. Boom, that's it.
Whatever.
Pretty easy.
I'm not that picky. I'll
CSX,
take steam, I'll take diesel.
CSX emblem or UP and NS heritage unit. So what you're saying is you're telling me to choose between a logo on a normal locomotive versus Union Pacific's heritage unit paint schemes versus Norfolk Southern's heritage unit paint schemes. When you're telling me you're going off of an entire fleet of locomotives versus 6 specially painted locomotives versus 20. Really hard to make that kind of comparison, CSX 68 Midwest and Western Railroad. Need a bit more clarification in that question. That's a little too broad to make a real solid comparison.
I'll do an impromptu rant about heritage units if you want.
Oh, go ahead.
Should I do it?
Yeah. What do you want to say?
Other people have heard this before already. I think that UP should have made their heritage units painted in the scheme as it would appear, or as you would think it would appear today. So, for example, that ugly SP heritage unit that they have would be probably a bloody nose, as it might appear on, what is that, an SD78?
SD78. I would rather have it in Black Widow, though, myself.
Well, whatever. But my point, though, is that I wish they had made them authentic to whatever it might have appeared as today, not this amalgamation of crap that they've, I kind of like the Western Pacific one, and the Katy, the red one, is pretty nice too. But other than those two, I don't really like them that much.
Oh, really? In my mind, the two best that they've made have been the WP and the Mopac.
Yeah, the Mopac one is okay. Yeah.
Well, the
I don't
Moped's
mind
my
that
favorite, one of my favorites, just because my favorite color is blue.
Oh,
So there's a lot of that.
My favorite
You know.
color is not blue.
Oh, okay.
If I had a favorite color, it's probably green.
Well, that would make sense why the WP would be your favorite then, because it got
Probably
Perlman green on the front.
Probably makes sense.
Yeah,
So
but
that's my. Well, I guess it wasn't really a rant.
no, it wasn't really a rant.
It would have been nice if they had just, so the WP, or here, how about this? Because you're saying it should have been a Black Widow instead of Bloody Nose. How about one that's Black Widow, one that's Bloody Nose, one that's Daylight, or something like that? Like, why not just have a few and have them be more authentic to what the locomotives would have appeared as?
I mean, I guess just the voice of.
What are we getting?
No, his Gary ordered a new tripod and it just showed up in Sacramento. So
On a train.
on a train, yeah. But anyway, so I mean, I think it's really you got to remember that the railroads are something that's made to move money and ship freight, and painting a locomotive is something. I think that we should just be happy that any locomotive is in any sort of special paint at all. The fact that railroads have a PR department at all that are making things different for people to see, we should just be lucky. Just
It's
period.
more variety.
Exactly. And in this day and age with our variety going away, I mean, as someone that's 24 years old who, was born in 1994, doesn't even remember SP, people like me, we need all the variety we can get. So if that means more paint jobs, then the better. The more paint, the better. I mean, even if it's something I don't like, as long as it's not baby puke yellow, then, beautiful.
Yeah.
Trey, 4449, or I assume you meant 2472, not 2742. My choice between 4449 and 2472 is 4449 and 2472 double heading down the coastline during the 1992 NRHS convention. So
It's like I said before. Why choose between one or the other? Why not have both?
Well, they double headed several times.
Yeah.
The 11 update.
Oh.
Out of Emeryville, 217, 6 hours and 2 minutes late.
Oh. So
You think the solution would be to CB&Q or Rock Island? Definitely Rock Island. 110% Rock Island, like 125% Rock Island.
what am I looking at?
Oh, no. They posed the CB&Q or Rock Island question.
Oh.
And I said definitely Rock Island.
And I'm going to say something that sounds somewhat familiar. Why not have both?
Right.
Why not have a meet with both? Then you get to see both.
Well,
now you don't have to pick.
Because CB&Q and Rock Island were direct competitors.
So, great. Have them both. They're both gone, right? Right? Anyway.
Are you sure that you saw a couple SP SD40-2s? Because
maybe somebody was out in...
there's no straight SD40-2. SP never had any straight SD40-2s. So you couldn't have seen an SP SD40-2. SP never had a straight SD40-2.
That's right.
They had straight SD40s and tunnel-motors, but they never had a regular SD40-2.
Oh.
So you couldn't have seen an SP40-2. Sorry to tell you.
We have another run-by coming up for you shortly because another train just pulled into the station here.
Oh,
So
save one for me there, Mr. Brantley. I'll take a beer with you.
someone was asking a minute ago whether or not chasing trains is going to continue, and it will. It just won't be as often as it used to be. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, I have enough footage right now, I think, for maybe even 2 Chasing Trains episodes. I need to still look for it.
There'll probably be a third Chasing Trains episode in a couple weeks, too, because we're going to go out on the Sierra. We might do a Chasing Trains for that. Who knows?
That's
We'll see.
kind of the point, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I'm going to turn the laptop around again so you can watch the next run-by. They're about to leave.
And this guy's cool. This guy's got the Metrolink cars in the consist. Yeah, you got it. You're good.
They'll be leaving in a second.
All right.
Oh, we got one coming this way.
You got another one?
Yeah.
Southbound.
Hey, we got another one coming. Oops, I'm sorry. They're making a station stop now, and I'm talking quiet so I don't ruin Gary's audio.
Ooh. Donner again suggests Newcastle, double track main, signals close by. But Newcastle's rather a boring shot beyond just the tunnel, and you can go to better places on Donner. Let's see.
You can hear the brakes slowly releasing.
Yeah.
All right, let me go show this. The train's departing now.
From Mount Ford and House Junction on the main track, Warm Springs 7. Lift Fort clear at 1434, 1434 by Jocelyn, JKB, over. That is correct, over.
Sorry, the camera's work is a little wonky on this because I'm just doing this with my laptop like I usually do. All live webcasts are done on the laptop. So that's why the camera's a little weird.
Colfax, Dew Carpenter Road. Yeah, station's been a quiet zone forever there. Let's see. You have a picture of Caltrain 921 getting rebuilt. Cool.
I have a question for the people who have bothered to tune in here.
All 28 of you.
Yeah, 28 at the moment. And
29.
29 at the moment. And thanks for tuning in, by the way. I just wanted to ask you if you like this kind of content, right? Because it's unusual. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody ever come live from a tower like this,
like a railroad place. Like, are you more interested in some sort of like live, real time? Like, here we are at a location, rail fanning. You know, what's up? You know, are you interested in content like that?
Yeah,
you know, that sort of thing.
Just wondering, because it would be, it would cost a lot of money to do this as a multi-camera shoot, as somebody's suggesting in here. But I would like to do that. It would be very cool to have a camera pointed out that window and a camera pointed out that window and be able to patch those cameras into a live feed like this. That would be really fun.
Mm-hmm. That would be.
So I decided I would ask. And by the way, Jordan, I don't know where you're from, but it's usually no mystery when we're out chasing trains. I usually announce where I'm going to chase trains when it happens.
And about 90% of the time, it's going to be somewhere on the West Coast.
Well, right. More than 90% of the time for me.
Yeah.
So we are not in San Luis Obispo. We're coming live from the Santa Clara
Interlocking Tower.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Live rail fanning. Yes. Your wife says so. So I guess that needs to happen.
The thing is, too, at least in this case, we're able to do this because there is a very fast and strong Wi-Fi connection here. I can't just go anywhere and do that because my phone won't.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, a lot of rail fanning locations, too, we're out in the boonies a lot of the time. So we're just kind of lucky that we're here in the middle of the Bay Area, in the middle of the city, where there's lots of cell coverage around right now. And
I'd like to thank John Wiley for opening the tower for this live webcast.
Because definitely.
Because, you know, this is not something I think that most people get to do. And I really appreciate the opportunity. And that goes for really everybody at SBHRS. So Nice Hands Nick was on here earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but he's also an SBHRS board member. So, you know, we came live, or I came live from the SBHRS boardroom on Sunday for the scheduled live webcast. Hi, Nick. For the scheduled live webcast, which Nick was on. So I think it's really nice, and it's really great that they allow for this. I think it's good for the SBHRS because it promotes the group as something cool to do. And if you're not aware, the SBHRS is the South Bay Historical Railroad Society in Santa Clara. It's housed, they have 2 model layouts and a full museum and library housed in the Santa Clara Depot, which in itself is a historic building. It was built in 1863. And it's been around for a long time, either on this side of the track or the other side of the track. I think it was originally built on the other side of the track, and it was moved over here later.
He throws his hands up. So.
I think it was originally built on the other side. I know it was over on the other side of the track at one point. In any case. So, but anyway, yeah, we're here, and the strong internet connection is not from Starbucks. It's actually part of the SBHRS.
Can you tell Nick to tell the security to leave us alone?
Nick's joking.
I hope so.
Nick, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
SBHR security. Oh, I forgot my name tag, too. Maybe I should have my name tag.
Locomotive question. Newer ET44 or older SD70 Ace? Neither. Brand new Tier 4 SD70 Ace.
Well.
Because I'm like that. Good day to you, Mike.
Yeah, good day, ARF. R711 6A fan. There we go.
R711, that's a broad gauge, 5-foot gauge steam locomotive in Australia. Yeah.
Slick Nick.
Aussie railways are cool. Really like that we got someone from down under tuning in. Hopefully they finish up 3801 here soon. I would love to make an Aussie trip for that. That'd be awesome. So that'd be great.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I wonder where are you from, Jordan? Schoening seems to know stuff about Donner Pass. Guess we'll find out if he's still here. He or she.
Campbell Rice, you will be in Central. Any recommendations on good rail fanning locations? Well, Campbell, what area are you in? Like specifically what general city? If you can give me what general city, I can tell you. You said what?
If Campbell's going to be in Central West Coast, California in October, Central West Coast where? Santa Barbara?
Right, Santa Barbara, or are you going to be in the valley somewhere? Like that's very vague. Very vague.
Yeah, if you're going to be on the coast.
Slow. Okay, I can tell you that
There's one line.
Yeah, right? it's one line, and your Dismal Show City, you're going to see 2 Amtrak Coast Starlights
in a day,
4 Surfliners
in a day,
and if you're lucky,
you'll be there on a day when the Guadalupe hauler's running,
or they run the oil can train.
Right.
That's about it. You aren't going to get much else. So,
well, sometimes though UP does send auto racks down the coastline.
Occasionally they'll send a repo, but I mean you're very hit and miss. You're basically relying on 6 Amtrak trains every day within a 24-hour period. And that makes up the most of your traffic.
Yep.
So there you go. That's the coastline for you.
Let's see what this is. Huge fan of TSG Multimedia. Should make another show to air on RFD TV, Trains and Locomotive. Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on a few ideas right now. The one that's really in process, that's kind of on the radar, is the history of the Sierra Railroad. And whenever that happens, it'll certainly be edited for RFD TV. And as long as they're still accepting new stuff from TSG Multimedia, in the meantime, you can call RFD TV or email them or contact them and ask them to play TSG Multimedia videos more often. And they will. They actually will do it if you call them and ask.
I would recommend you guys watch Ace Stockton to San Jose. And if you haven't seen that, that's my personal favorite.
Right?
Yeah.
How does it go?
Ace Stockton to San Jose.
I sound more like the guy, though.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder why that is.
I don't know.
Do you know him?
I think I might know that guy. I'm not sure.
John knows the TSG Multimedia guy, Gary.
Wow.
I know the guy who did the narration.
Yeah.
I know him too.
Yeah. I'm surprised you know him. I didn't think you small world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone says, how about a regular podcast from the tower?
I have found one new spot at Auburn on track 1. Jordan, where is it? What milepost? I live in Sacramento, by the way, so anything on Donner is good to know for me.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm looking at TFN here.
Mr. Chuckster's laughing on your Cougar comment.
Where do you see that? Oh, there it is. You give me.
Hi,
a good
Mr.
laugh.
Chuckster. I'm Hunter. Nice to meet you, sir. Ace, soon to be Modesto to San Jose.
Oh, I just thought of something. I assume that people know who Hunter is.
Yeah.
Because I'm the president of the Hunter Lohse fan club. Someone over here says, hi, young guy. You're not talking to me. Young guy is Hunter Lohse.
Mm-hmm.
He's a friend. He's actually the subject of the interview that's going to air on the podcast in a week and a half here. Hunter's been around the Railfan community in Sacramento and the Bay Area for what? Probably 10 years. 10 years. So he's famous to me. So I assumed everybody knew who he was. I apologize. I should have told you. This is the world famous Hunter Lohse.
Tip my hat off to you.
And
hello.
Whoever Mr. Chuckster is did a really good job spelling my name. So I wonder if I know Mr. Chuckster, but just don't know who it is because I don't know his YouTube name. Because nobody spells my name right. Anyway, let's see what this says. I am really starting to enjoy this channel more and more with each post you make. Keep up the great work. I'm getting back into the model train hobby, and channels like this are a big help. Well, I'm glad, John French, that you feel that way.
Currently making a documentary on school on R711. If you can also do one, maybe, I would love to see an upgraded version of the 3801 program they did in 1988. If you can do an upgraded program on 3801, that'd be fantastic. That's my favorite engine in Ausland. You're famous from the What's Neat videos. Apparently.
Oh, is that what Campbell Rice said?
That's what Campbell Rice says. You are.
Oh, you haven't been on?
I've never been on Ken's show. No. So you're famous.
I must be confused because Ken called the other day when Hunter was here and gave Hunter some
I said hello. I said hello to Ken for the first time ever last week. So.
And he had some very good advice for you, didn't he? We won't repeat what the advice was.
I'm not going to repeat what he. Let's put the Ken's a character.
It was good advice.
Yeah.
So let's see. There's another question here. If you had to choose Donner Pass or Cajon Pass with the heritage unit of your choice, including steam. Okay, I would say Donner. Okay, there's two ways to answer this question. Donner Pass for the scenery, right? Because Donner Pass is way more scenic than Cajon Pass. But if you were to go rail fanning for a day and had to pick one or the other, Cajon Pass probably sees more traffic. But then he also said, "What do you want going over it?" It's a fantasy question.
This is a fantasy question. So
here, let's get Goofy Gary in on this one.
Your dream train chase. What do you want to see? What would your dream train chase be as far as locomotive going over Cajon or Donner Pass? It has to be one or the other. Like, what would you be? Like my ideal situation.
And which locomotive would it be?
Modern day locomotive or all all time.
Yeah, you got to yell. It has to be anything you want. It's a fantasy question.
Anything you want. Fantasy question.
Really?
Do like this.
Well, he said heritage unit including
this
Steam.
so they can hear you.
He said heritage unit including Steam. So one of those.
I'd like to see a cab forward.
A cab forward over
Right
where?
over Donner.
Okay,
Cab forward over Donner.
So he wants to have CSRM tear out the building.
Oh, no,
And
no,
pull-
not that cab forward.
Just a cab forward.
This is a fantasy.
Yeah, fantasy. Okay, for me, it depends on the question. It depends on the route, depends on the locomotive, because...
Actually, let me be more specific.
Oh, here he comes. He's getting serious now.
It would be a cab forward.
Cab forward.
Pulling the Overland Limited with about 5 different paint schemes in the consist.
Oh, a rainbow train.
Classic
Yes.
1950s Overland Limited right there. That's what that would be. For me...
See, that was such an engaging question on the Q&A. Who did that? Donner Pass. That was from CSX 68 Midwest and Western Railroad.
Yeah.
That was such an engaging question. You even got the peanut gallery to come out.
Yeah.
That's the peanut gallery.
Yeah.
You see it right there.
And my dream would be... So for Cajon Pass, I'd like to see Santa Fe 2926 going over Cajon. For Donner, if the museum in St. Louis would ever get their act together and restore Southern Pacific number 4460, that would be my dream. That's just me. And anyone who says it's the Forgotten Daylight, it is not. It was never a daylight engine.
We're going to get a controversy stirred up
Ever. These people who call this engine the Forgotten Daylight, there's just one guy who said he wanted to restore it to operation, put it in daylight colors. It made me so angry.
Send hate mail to Hunter Lohse at 1877 dude.
Yeah.
.com.
What cameras do we use for photography? Well,
show him your camera.
Jordan, so I have, and it was from Gary right here. Gary gave me this camera.
It's a peanut gallery.
Yeah.
He's plugging the peanut gallery.
This is a Nikon FM2 with a 50 millimeter f1.8 lens, and I'm shooting on Fujichrome Provia 100f 35 millimeter color slide film. And then for videos, I use a Panasonic HC V750, and I shoot in HD 1080p.
Did you say you have VD?
Yes.
What?
What? No one's supposed to know. Take that part out.
Inside joke. Sorry.
Inside joke. Sorry.
Yeah.
You guys don't get it.
Yeah. Let's see what this says. What cameras do you use, John? Are you going to running at the SBHRS run day later tonight? Oh, I hadn't really thought about that. I didn't bring any trains.
Chasing trains over Donner Pass will be awesome. He's done other Donner Pass chasing trains already.
We did chasing trains.
Yeah,
on
he
Donner
did that
Pass.
already.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't in it, so obviously it wasn't.
Let's see. Hold on. If you had to, okay, so I'm going back through the comments here to do some questions.
The question on camera equipment. All Hunter did was talk about his.
Got to talk about what camera equipment you use.
My still camera usually is my iPhone, believe it or not. But I also do stuff with it after I take the shot to make it look better. Not that you really have to do much, though, to be honest, because iPhones do a really good job. And then the video cameras that I'm using currently are Canon XA10 cameras. John, are you running at the SBHRS? Probably not. Containerman 68. I finally met Ken at the National Train Show. I haven't met Ken in person yet, but he's great. He's really a funny guy. TSG over Donner Pass. Max's Model Railway. Search for it because one already exists. Now I want to go back to Donner Pass and do more chasing trains because it's a great place for catching trains. Very scenic.
Mm-hmm. I'll go up with you. We could do it in the wintertime when there's snow.
Do you know good places during the snow?
Yeah, I know good places during the snow.
Well, maybe we'll go during the snow.
Mm-hmm.
I hate cold though, just so you know.
Well, I can get you lots of hot chocolates.
Scott Day, thanks for coming. We'll talk to you sometime soon.
3801 returning to Heritage Service later this year in Oz. Good to hear.
Yeah, take some photos, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Chuckster says, nobody knows me since I know of zero model railroaders and or rail fans in central Nebraska. Wow. I have just seen you from your TSG YouTube and What's Neat with Ken. All right. Well, I'm glad that you found the channel. I always accompany here in New Brazil. Wow. That's cool. We're international.
Yeah, we're talking to the world right now. All 23 people that are out there in the world right now, we're talking to.
Yeah. This is cool.
Oh, I should mention, any of you guys that are on here right now who are in the Midwest or in Iowa, if any of you guys were out on the Iowa Interstate this past weekend chasing the steam engine, I'd love to see some more of your photos. That's one of my favorites. I couldn't be there. It was my birthday over the weekend. I really wanted to, but any of you guys that got some stuff, love to see it. Beautiful engine.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
I'm going to reach across you there. Sorry about that.
All right, no worries.
All right. So what else is going on?
I don't know.
Maybe instead of hot chocolate, get some hot coffee. Hot coffee is good. Well, see, there's someone who probably watches the channel.
Well, I hate to break the TSG multimedia trend, but I will tell you that I eat In-N-Out Burger more than I eat at Denny's, and I don't drink coffee. So I don't know how well I fit into this group, but John keeps me around anyway. So
I don't keep you around. You come over whether I ask you to or not.
That's true.
So Jordan, as far as I know, nobody that I know is going to Portola. So, I know for sure I'm not. It's just too far, and I've got way too much stuff going on. So, anyway.
11 was out of Oakland a half hour ago.
Oh, so we're going to get 11 pretty soon.
Here in about another 20 minutes.
All right. So about 20 more minutes, we'll see Amtrak number 11. So that'll be good. Coast Starlight.
Yeah. I was going to say something.
Have to train me the TSG.
The TSG way, huh?
I thought you already had me trained pretty well the TSG way.
I was going to say something about the coffee thing. I was going to make a joke because I thought when you were talking about coffee and hot chocolate and all that, that you were going to say that you didn't see me drink coffee today, but you did because when
you drank coffee for breakfast.
2.5 cups.
Yeah. So John can't escape his coffee, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm not addicted to coffee though. I can quit any time.
Thank you, Container Man. Thank you. I'm glad someone's on my side.
Hey Gary, do you like coffee?
No.
Yes.
Oh, you guys suck.
Yes. Yes. Best 2 out of 3 majority rule. Oh man. Yes.
It's all good. I'll just have my coffee by myself.
That's more for you. Hey, I'm all about chai tea lattes. A chai tea latte with no milk. The most beautiful thing in the world.
What? A latte with no milk?
No water. I mean, no water. Sorry. A chai tea latte with no water, and so it's twice as much milk for water. That's what I was
going to say.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. No.
Isn't that what it means?
There's nothing.
Latte means milk in it?
We don't have enough time to answer that question, Sid. I can tell you what's wrong with me, but we'd be here for way too long. So
what is wrong with Hunter and Gary? What is right with Hunter and Gary?
Yeah.
All right. So, wow, we've been going for almost an hour on here.
I only drink water and beer.
Hopefully not at the same time.
Yeah.
Although I've been accused of drinking water and beer when I have Coors Light.
You're just drinking horse piss.
Is that the same thing?
About that, yeah.
I tried a stout this past weekend. I was out with John Wiley and Nice Hands Nick LaRusso, and of course my top secret production assistant. We went, and I'll be talking about this, I'm sure, on the podcast. We went on a tour of the South County Bay Area Garden Railroad Society open house layouts this past Saturday, and I tried a stout, I think for the first time, at a brew house down in Hollister, Chillin' and Killin' or something. I forgot what they call it now. Someplace in Hollister. And I'd never had a stout that wasn't bitter before. But this one was actually
stout that wasn't bitter?
I think you'd call it a stout. Isn't that what a dark beer is? Isn't that a stout?
Or a porter.
Maybe it was you don't know beer.
Well, it's either a stout or a porter.
Yeah, but you've been around, man. You should know these things.
I don't drink beer either.
I was hoping to draw on.
My stepdad's a beer connoisseur, so that's how I know. But when it comes to beer, IPAs, if I have to do a choice. But if I go by commercial.
No, IPA is way too bitter. It tastes like what I would imagine a skunk's ass would taste like.
Well, why would you be wanting to even try to eat a skunk's ass?
Right, so why do you drink that swill?
What makes you think I'm drinking skunk ass? God.
No. I don't know. You just seem like that kind of guy.
I seem like the kind of guy that would drink skunk ass, according to
You
him.
go out with cougars, why not?
Hey, watch language. Did you say
Sorry.
what I thought you said?
No, I didn't say. I said fudge.
He said, "Ah."
Fuh. I didn't. No hard K. No hard K.
We know that the clock behind is wrong. I don't think that clock's been right in quite a long time. But it is 11. Actually, no, it's not 11:13 somewhere in the world. It's
no,
not.
I wouldn't be. Not right now. No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so let's see here. Not at the same time.
But when it
Water
comes
while
to
I'm driving
beer-
the truck, beer while I'm home. Oh, this is Josh, 3985. That's Josh McMurrin, probably. So, hey, Josh. I was just thinking of you recently because I was editing the video from Salt Lake City, and you're on it. So thanks for the invitation to come out and see the Golden Spike Museum while we were there. So, see, now I like
Coors Light
I
is
like
just
Mr.
right. No.
I like Mr. Chuckster even better.
No. No.
Yeah.
Man.
Look, someone has a fan of your favorite place.
Well,
In
it's
and
good.
Out.
He thinks I'm not all bad because I like In and Out. I'm glad someone sides with me. Thank you.
In and Out's all this guy eats.
I had it yesterday. Probably have it tomorrow, and probably have it.
We might even have some later today. Look how happy.
Don't put it
makes him.
past me.
Even you just mentioned In and Out Burger, and he gets that grin. Look at him. Look how
Don't
happy.
put it past
Look
me.
how happy it makes him.
Hey, give me my trains, my jazz, and my In and Out burger, and we are a happy camper.
Yeah,
Happy camper.
and nothing else.
Nothing
Just
else.
Trains, jazz, and burgers.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Didn't the Rio Grande have a standard gauge C19?
It makes Hunter happy, but it doesn't. It makes someone else not happy.
Okay. Rio Grande never had any standard gauge C19s. No. Not that I'm aware of. Rio Grande standard gauge steam was a completely separate class designation.
I want to ask CSX something, who lives south of Lima, Ohio. I want to know why Lima, Ohio is pronounced Lima, but every other Lima in the world is pronounced Lima. Why do you guys have to be different?
Merca.
Is it Merca?
Merca. It's Merca.
Just wondering. I don't know if you know the answer to that.
Nations has good burgers. Yeah, Nations has good burgers. Nice hands. I'll agree with you. Nations has good burgers.
Yeah. Hey, nice hands. Are you going to come by here on your way to home from work? You can come meet the infamous Hunter Lohse.
Let's see. Have I seen the Rock Island Aero Train in Missouri? Yeah. I went there when I was 13 years old. He beams are Lima beans. Okay. That's true. Lima for Lima beans.
Well, right, but Lima beans are Lima beans because they come from Lima. Not because...
Well, how do you know Lima beans
town...
didn't come from Lima, Ohio then?
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why they're called that, I think.
Yeah.
Because that there's some connection there between the Lima beans and Lima, the place. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, I don't know either. But as far as chasing 4014 goes, I think that trying to chase 4014 is going to be a zoo no matter where you go.
I'll be there.
And I don't know that 4014 is going to come over Donner Pass. I'd be surprised if they don't do a little tour with it because UP's pretty big on the whole publicity thing. So
I'll be chasing it in Utah.
Right. But I don't know. I hear something coming.
I think that's our train.
Something's coming down the coastline.
It's probably our Starlight.
So we're gonna get the cameras here. You know what? I'm gonna take the laptop off the desk here, and you'll get to see whatever's coming as it comes. And at some point, as soon as I see it enter our picture here.
Did that sound like it was coming off the western?
It did.
It was definitely coming down the coastline.
That way.
Western.
Yeah. Coming off the Western Division, yes.
The only reason I know that is because trains don't see, and it sounds like Amtrak. So it's either a Capital Corridor
Or the
Starlight.
It's probably Capital because he's not enough time.
Yeah, it's Capital.
Yeah, it sounds like a Capital Corridor. It sounds like one of those F-59s.
Yeah.
Let's see if I know my stuff. I've been around this area. Is this an F-59? Let's find out together. Did I call that or did I call that? I nailed it. It was an F-59, just like I said.
Number 11 should be here in about 10, 15 minutes.
So we're expecting the Coast Starlight to be here pretty soon.
About 10 to 15 minutes.
Gary says 10 to 15 minutes. I'll agree with that. I'll go with what you say, Gary. So, you know, I think the more I sit here and do this, the more I want to figure out a way to make that whole multiple camera thing happen, because I think it could be a fun thing to do, sort of a regular live thing from the tower here, because it seems to me like the internet connection is fast enough for it, and we could even run a contest, and someone could win the contest. Come join me up in the tower for the live webcast or something.
That'd be a fun idea.
Could be a fun idea, huh?
Guest celebrity.
So, anyway, someone is saying that 4014 is planned to go up to honor, but isn't confirmed yet. I don't know anything more about that.
I haven't heard a word. I don't know where you're getting your info.
Yeah, and he would know, because he's a crazy train guy. Let's see here. Someone should make an app for identifying locomotives. The thing is, you can't identify a locomotive per se. You can identify a horn, and if you know which locomotive that horn usually is on, you can figure it out that way. That's how I figured out that F-59. They have a really shrill sound to their horns, and I think it has to do with the length of the air.
Hi, Ryan.
The air tube that goes to the horn.
What's up, Ryan?
Where do you see it, Ryan?
No, Ryan Blake. He's one of my.
Oh, hey, Ryan.
He's one of my.
I know Ryan. Yeah. Hi, Ryan. I'm surprised you're on. Oh, it's not Wednesday.
South Bay Historical Railway Society owns the tower, Campbell.
Well, they don't own the tower, but they're responsible for
they're responsible? Oh.
Yeah.
Does Santa Clara still own the tower?
I think Caltrain actually owns everything.
Okay.
But they're also historic landmarks. I don't know. There's some, it's been explained to me before who owns it and who's responsible and all that kind of stuff. But the SBHRS is responsible for it. And that's how we're able to be here. So anyway, back to, let's see here. Modern locos have the same sound even if they are different classes. I like your idea.
My name's Hunter, Jordan.
Are they talking about me or you?
He didn't catch my name, but he knows John.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, my name is Hunter.
This is Hunter.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And this is the other guy.
Right.
He's the young guy, and I'm the old guy.
Right.
Yeah. In this.
Where are we at this moment?
We are at the.
We're in a building.
We're at the Santa Clara Interlocking Tower. That's what all these handles are back here.
A live video feed there. So what he's saying is he wants something like a streaming live Railfan webcam. Something like that.
There are actually, if that's indeed what he's asking for, there are plans, and I think there might even be cameras here that can do that.
There's a camera right there for it, right
both
there.
directions, yeah, but they're just not hooked up right now. So that is something that may end up happening at some point.
I'd like to eventually do that. My plan is to buy a house right next to the tracks and run a live webcam from my own house eventually. Just got to find a place close to the tracks
first. That could be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be really cool.
It's ideal real estate close to the tracks means you don't have to pay a lot.
Well, that would be one way to get into a place. Buy a place that nobody else wants because they're near the tracks, that you want because it's by the tracks.
Yeah, exactly.
Indeed.
There's some good marketing skills for anybody who wants to buy a house. That's how you get a home.
What? Buy it near the
tracks, yeah.
Buy it near the tracks.
That's how you get a cheap home.
Well, I don't know. Not in the Bay Area. Everything's expensive in the Bay Area.
Well, everything in California is pretty well expensive just in general. So
yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. Let's see. Speaking of houses, your dream house is an XBN caboose. I don't know if I'd want to live in a caboose. Just there's not enough space, I think, to live in a caboose.
You can't have your model layout if you're just in a caboose.
I want to model the West Valley line circa 1955 to 1957. There's no way I'm going to fit 110 miles of railroad onto a layout like that. In a caboose, not in a caboose, no way.
And by the way, we'll hear the other train as it's coming because there's a crossing over here. That's how you know it's coming down off the coastline.
Yeah.
So before too long, since it's now 3 o'clock local time, 3:07.
We've been going for over an hour now.
Yeah.
Another 10 minutes, huh?
Another 10 minutes.
Only 5 or 10 minutes. This Coast Starlight, which is running very late today, about 6 hours late. 5 hours late. It usually gets into San Jose, I think, at 10:07 a.m. So it is 5 plus hours late.
Yeah.
But pretty soon we're going to have the rush hour traffic. I don't know if we'll still be on by that time, but we're going to have all the commute traffic on, and you'll see trains come through here that are coming down from the peninsula on the Caltrain line. And a lot of those trains don't stop here in Santa Clara, so they just come blasting through here.
Makes a big old wind tunnel in through the tower, too. Blows all the wind inside here.
We're going to find out. I don't think I've ever been up here during the rush commute time, although we were up here last when we were
up here last week.
Time,
it wasn't very long. We were only up here for like 45 minutes. But
yeah.
But just it's a shot that not a lot of people get nowadays, so it's good to have angles that a lot of people don't have.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Someone's asking if we saw the Coast Starlight 11 today.
That's what we're waiting on. That's what we just explained. Yeah.
Just answered that question, sort of. So the Coast Starlight.
What time will the live show start? Welcome. You're here on the live show. You're here. Thank you.
Which live? What is this person talking about?
I don't know. What time will the live show start? We are the live show.
Did you order strippers? I don't think we're allowed to have strippers up here.
Gary, you weren't supposed to tell John about the strippers I ordered. God.
Gary is the stripper.
No. Okay. No. Save me.
So
you're not the one that has to drive home with him.
The Coast Starlight, which is train 11, southbound train 11, we're waiting for it, and it should be through here within the next 5 minutes or so, or something like that. We don't know for sure. Anyway, in case you just tuned in to this epic live webcast, we are coming to you live from Santa Clara Interlocking Tower, which is in Santa Clara, California. We've been going for a little over an hour, and just started talking. I do this from time to time. I'll just turn the live camera on and
just
start
see
talking
who's out there. Yeah.
And suddenly you've got 30 or 40 people talking and asking questions. And, next thing you know, you've been on for an hour and 4 or 5 minutes. That's what's happening right now. So Max is referring to, what is that noise?
That's a truck.
A bus. It's a bus.
Oh, it's a bus. Oh.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
There are a lot of buses that go. This is actually a bus terminal as well, or a bus station as well, because it's right. Well, it's intermodal when you think about it, transportation-wise, because you have buses and then you have the trains here, and then you also have the airport right close by.
buses.
You're not a bus fan?
I hate buses. Buses killed the streetcar.
I guess in a way they did. I think
Yeah.
automobiles killed streetcars more than buses did, though, didn't they?
It still took my streetcars away.
Well,
does the Surfliner run by you guys? That is a heck no.
not even close.
Yep.
The Surfliner's closest connection to where we are is about, how far is San Luis Obispo from here? 200 miles?
Thereabouts, yeah.
Or something? Yeah. It's hundreds of miles away. I love buses as well as trains and TSG Multimedia. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, I'm sure is what Hunter would have said. Hunter got a very important phone call. It must be one of his cougars, Gary.
Yeah, I think so.
Call him up. Yeah. So we have a green signal on the northbound line for the peninsula, and we have a green signal for one of the coastline. I'm not sure which one that is because I don't know how to read the signal towers.
And we have a bunch of people waiting for a train.
Are they on are the people waiting for the train on
the
our
platform down there?
Yeah, they're waiting for a southbound Capital Corridor or maybe a northbound Capital Corridor. This is kind of a strange spot on the railroad, and if you look on the map, you'll see that the Santa Clara Caltrain station or depot or whatever, the depot is the building, right? This is the Caltrain station here where the Caltrain trains stop. But if you look on a map, you'll see that it's oriented really sort of in east and west. It's not a north and south, but because that direction is railroad north and that direction is railroad south, they refer to the north end of the building or the south end of the building, even though it's really it's west end of the building and east end of the building.
But in the days of the SP, it was
They would have-
east and west.
Oh, did they use east and west?
SP was always
did?
east and west.
Yeah. Well, Caltrain uses north and south.
I know.
So they refer to it as north and south. Although, to be honest, I would think that since this is a Southern Pacific historic site, if you will, including this tower, which is an old SP tower, I think they should refer to it as east and west, which is what it really is too. But whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, if you go further up the peninsula, the commute line turns north and south.
It does.
And in the days of the SP, they were going east and west when it was north and south.
Right? So it's the opposite of what I'm complaining. Yeah. I'm not really complaining.
Yeah,
I'm just glad to be able to be here and be able to bring the webcast to people here. It's very cool. So we're looking here. Crazy SDK. An act of Congress to change that. Probably, huh? I'm a little surprised that the Coast Starlight hasn't arrived here yet.
Well, if he's got a train running out the western, it goes to single track.
It does up there a ways,
here,
doesn't it?
And he may be holding him up at
it's possible he's holding
Newark or someplace for the
possible
for a capital that's going in that direction.
Possible. So anyway, if you're just tuning in here, as I was saying a minute ago, this is live from the Santa Clara Tower in Santa Clara, California. We've been going for about an hour and 9 minutes, the timer tells me. And you're right, we do call it the Coast Starlight. That's one of our nicknames for the Coast Starlight. But what I was trying to explain here is that we were up here because Hunter came out and Gary Perazzo came out from Sacramento today to film some trains around Santa Clara and San Jose area. And they've been out here since very early this morning. What time did you guys get up, Gary?
I got up at 2:30.
You got up at 2:30? Oh, a northbound Capital. That's what I was thinking because I saw the light on the tower down here. But I thought the light was on the wrong track. So once they're done making their station stop, I'll turn the laptop around so that you can watch the train go by. And I think what I'll do is I'll just set it up here on the desk where I've been showing these side views I've never done a live webcast like this. We're almost kind of rail fanning at the same time as we're webcasting, which is a little unusual. But like I said before, I'm just glad to be able to be here and be able to do this. And it's because of the South Bay Historical Railroad Society that was nice enough to make me a member a while back. So I'm going to turn the computer around. You can watch the train go by. They're going to be taking off here in a second. And in case you didn't hear it, there's another train approaching that's going to be a Caltrain. So I may just leave the camera facing this way so you can watch both of them. So there was an announcement over the station PA that that might be the Starlight coming actually. Yeah, let's get ready. That sounded like it wasn't going the other way, didn't it?
No, that's not going the other way. That did not sound like it was going the other way at all.
And it was a red signal, so it'll probably come around the corner. So people disappeared because the Starlight might be making an appearance here in a second.
Train time.
Oh, is the laptop picking up the wind noise? Because we do have the windows open here. Sorry about that.
If it's picking up wind noise, oopsie daisies. Sorry.
I'm not even sure where the microphone, the internal microphone is on this.
Right there.
I think it is right there, but there's no hole though. Well, whatever it is. I think what I'm most
put a mustache on it.
That's what someone is saying, that the laptop needs eyebrows.
You know you left this camera recording, right, John?
I started it in case the Starlight comes around the corner.
Oh, okay. Well, it hasn't yet.
Yeah, but they might have been honking at each other. I don't know. Well, I hear another Caltrain heading this direction from the San Jose area. So, yeah, maybe can you stop that camera for me, please? Yeah, here comes another Caltrain. So why don't I turn this around? Well, I'll turn it around in a second because the Caltrain is in fact making a stop here. And sorry about the wind noise. I wondered if that would be a problem. Container Man says that's also the camera where Hunter was pointing. I think we're pretty sure we know where the camera is. So what you're about to see, and I almost brought the external microphone, but even if I had brought that, it still would have sounded windy because I wouldn't have thought to bring the windscreen, the dead cat for it. So what you're about to see is a standard Caltrain local with an F40 pushing it, because Caltrain runs in push-pull mode, right? So let me turn this around. You can catch a glimpse of that. You can only see this on TSG Multimedia Live Webcast. You're not going to see this anywhere else in the world. Woo!
I'm pretty sure they're holding number 11 for the capital.
Yeah.
You're going to delay it even?
Sure, you're going to keep the on-time train on time and the late train later.
That kind of makes sense, doesn't it, in a way? All right. Once again,
We are back.
we're back. And once again, coming to you from Santa Clara Interlocking Tower. It's John, Hunter, and if you look over there, you can see Gary. People for the TSG Multimedia channel, I don't think have met Gary before, but you will, because we were out with Gary much earlier this month in Ely. Oh, actually, they did meet you because you were at Denny's on those live things.
Yes.
He was
I
at
the one with the straw up my nose.
right, exactly. The guy putting the straw up his nose. I forgot about that. But I took those down because they were too choppy. And someone actually complained that they were too choppy to watch. So it's like a rare thing. If anybody saw you,
good Wi-Fi.
we had a very bad Wi-Fi connection. The whole weekend, or the whole time we were there, we had a bad connection. But we went to, people are asking the same questions again.
We've answered this 4 times.
Hold on a second. Sparky 107, that's Dave from Canada. And he wants to see your shirt because he doesn't like your face. I know who you're talking to, Dave, but I'm going to make this different. You don't care about my shirt. You want to see his shirt because I'm good looking. Yeah, Gary stuck a nose up his straw, and a straw.
He stuck a nose up his straw.
A straw up his nose, and someone even commented about it. They were laughing. Someone was laughing about that. Made a smart comment about it, which I thought was pretty funny. I was going to say a minute ago something, and now I lost my track because Dave was commenting on how good looking I am. Right, Dave talked to you in an hour, Dave. What was I going to talk about?
Favorite locomotive, anything SP steam. Next question. We keep getting that question, guys.
Hunter's answer
Something
is
a bit more original.
Hunter likes Southern Pacific steam, and I happen to like whatever I'm looking at when I'm looking at it.
Next episode of Model Railroading 101. That's your question.
I can answer that question. The next episode of Model Railroading 101 is going to be next month. It'll be the 4th week in September, and it's going to be me talking about Y throttle and JMRI. The next episode of Model Railroading with Jack Burgess is coming out this Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and shows an op session on Jack Burgess's HO scale Yosemite Valley layout. So I think that answers both questions. Hey, Trey Epperly's back. Couldn't stay away.
Oh, hi again. Hello.
Yeah. So that's the schedule right now. And then the week after next, or whatever, a week from this Saturday, there's going to be a podcast. And you'll have an interview with this guy right here on the podcast about all the stuff that he does and how he's involved with trainee stuff.
Train stuff.
Trainee stuff.
Yeah, trainee stuff. Yeah. Not tranny stuff, just training stuff.
Tranny stuff?
Yeah, not tranny stuff, just training stuff.
I'm not going to even touch that one.
Okay, good.
I do want to say something, though, since Hunter's here. And one of the things that we talk about in the interview, without giving a spoiler here, is that people are always commenting, or it seems to be a common theme, that there are fewer and fewer young people in the hobby of railfanning or modeling or any of that stuff. And I'm not so sure that's true, to be honest, because here's a young person that's been in railfanning and modeling too.
10 years.
For a long time, right? So people are there. I just think you have to look for them in different places, like social media. So, but we'll talk more about that on the interview when it happens.
You're young. That's good. More young people are always good.
Yeah.
I'm young. That's it.
I wonder if Veggie 667 is Vegeta 667.
Southern or Norfolk and Western, N&W, 110%. Never been to the Durango and Silverton, with the idea though they're going to be converting some engines away from coal and converting a couple engines to oil and getting some diesels. I don't know if I'm going to want to go there now.
I will. I'll go there even if they're running on solar power.
That's going to be a trick.
SP Cab Forward says, hello, John and Hunter. SP
You just put solar panels on a substation.
Yeah, then you have to put up catenary.
That's true.
Or go third rail.
Right.
That's okay with me. I like electric trains.
All you got to do is put solar panels on a substation. That's all you got to do.
Have a solar train.
Yeah.
I'm green power, man.
Considering getting an HO scale railway cannon. Are you modeling Civil War era? Because if you're not modeling Civil War era, that's not going to make any sort of sense. SP lives. Thank you. Yes, it does. Let's see.
Please don't yell at us. Oh, they think you're yelling at them, Hunter.
What am I yelling?
I have to tell you something. This is normal Hunter volume. He has one volume, loud.
I'm not yelling. HO scale.
He's calming down now. Did you calm down?
I'm not even yelling.
Do you know what happened when someone said SP lives and it triggered him?
Okay. Oh, wait. I can turn him down.
You can turn your volume down, but then you won't be able to hear me. I guess that's okay. I never say much worthwhile anyway.
Yeah, SP used oil in steam days, Roy, but that's not what I was mentioning earlier. What I was mentioning earlier was that Durango and Silverton was converting a couple of their steam engines to oil, and how I was sort of against that because everything's traditionally a coal burner over there. It's not traditional to the Rio Grande.
They're trains, man. They're steam trains. What do you want? He said he likes steam trains. Now he's getting picky about the steam trains.
I like
you can't win with this guy.
Rio Grande narrow gauge really is not my thing.
Oh, what are you complaining about? Let them change to steam to oil. It's fine.
It's just
they'll still be running.
Well, besides steam, the Cumbres and Toltec, I think is where it's at though. If you want to go for Rio Grande narrow gauge, Cumbres and Toltec is I think it's a better operation.
Here's what SDK is saying.
Yeah,
this is exactly right. I would rather see the Durango and Silverton convert to oil rather than shut down. Exactly.
Oil can still cause fires trackside. Oil still produces sparks.
Not like coal.
Not like coal, but it still produces
way more
sparks.
particulate in coal.
Although on the Sierra Railroad at Railtown, they still run fire patrol behind the steam engines for track fires. So oil can still cause fires. It's just not as prevalent.
Not quite as much.
Yes, I live. Yeah, I live, Ryan.
Oil does cause fires trackside.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, just not as often. So.
Oil does make sparks. Makes quite a... I've seen a fire started from oil on a steam engine.
Yeah, oil causes fires.
Oil causes fires.
Trust us, oil causes fires. Yeah. Is it as common as coal? No, but oil does cause fires.
Wheel arrangement for a steam locomotive, 10-wheeler, 460.
Brake shoes cause fires too.
Favorite type of train?
Right? Yeah.
Sparks from brake shoes.
Okay.
Fusees cause fires too, or they could. Fusees cause fires too, right?
Oil fires you're talking about are actually brake shoes that cause them.
Yeah.
Favorite type of train is, you mean locomotive, right, Veggie?
I think so.
I think if Veggie's the same Veggie I'm used to on here, Veggie's name is Ian.
Okay.
It's like the one name I remember, and I don't know why I remember it, but I do.
Okay. Let's see here.
GP35.
His favorite's the GP35. Again, favorite locomotive, anything SP steam for John, anything that's in front of his face.
Yeah.
For the 5th time.
We have a yellow signal on the coastline here. That's that way.
What are my thoughts on the Iowa Interstate QJ's new paint job? I went and saw Iowa Interstate 6988 in 2012 before they repainted it to what it's in now. And I think that the paint scheme it's in now is better than what it was in before. I like the little lightning bolt on the smoke deflector. I think that adds a little bit of extra bling. And
is that the black engine with the red?
Yeah, it's Iowa Interstate 6988. Yeah,
I think I saw a picture.
Yeah, with yellow trim. Yeah, its first run in 6 years was this past weekend. Yeah, I love that engine. I think it looks great. I have no complaints with how that engine looks. Iowa Interstate 6988, Mike or Max. Sorry, Max.
Max, same thing, right?
Sorry,
Maxi Mike. I want to know what happens when people retract messages. I can't see.
Like I said, his thing and his shirt's coming out. I have a new T-shirt. You might want to look.
What new T-shirt? Are you going to be giving them away on your show late or tomorrow, Dave? You sent me one on the podcast. I wore my new Dirt the Cat, the Shop Cat shirt from Ely from the Nevada Northern. I wore my shirt for
Southbound train.
That on. We have another Caltrain coming soon. Why don't I share that with you? Let's go take a look together. And it'll be here pretty fast because I don't think it's going to stop.
back here, right?
So, yeah, we thought that the Coast Starlight was going to come through here. We said 5 minutes in 5 minutes, but that was like a half hour ago.
No, that was about 25 minutes ago, but
Yeah.
they held obviously for that count.
Slightly, but you're gonna be okay. If the Starlight's gonna be on the far track, I'm gonna get a good shot anyway.
Okay. Sorry about that. I wasn't
It's just a
trying
baby
to.
bullet. Yeah, I'm not that worried about it. Anyway. All right. So what are we up to now?
Well, someone's talking about someone's talking on here about doing stuff, and I missed that part of the conversation. So,
Which UP subdivision do you like the best? Union Pacific's Canyon subdivision from Oroville to Portola.
Really?
Yes.
I kind of like the Mojave side. I like Tehachapi Pass.
Feather River Canyon, I like.
It's kind of a throwaway answer because probably a lot of people like that, but they see a lot of trains and it's very scenic. I think Feather River Canyon doesn't see quite as many trains. It's every bit as scenic though, that's for sure. But there's also not as many good places to film the trains.
It's closer to home.
Yeah. It's about the same for me.
Oh yeah, that's
Or
true.
pretty close.
Oh, Ace.
Oh, here comes an Ace train. That's cool. They're probably going to stop here in Santa Clara.
And that's why he's got a yellow cigar. They're going to hold him for number 11
Oh, I hope so.
out there where there's a single track.
So what's going on here is it's now 3:40 local time, and it's going to get pretty busy here pretty fast with trains. So we have an Ace train. That's the Altamont Commuter Express. Used to be called the Altamont Corridor Express. I did a whole video on the Ace trains probably 12 years ago. And they've changed their service a fair amount since then. But they still look very similar. And I'm going to turn the computer around here so that you can watch them leave. They're just loading passengers now. So here we go. You ready?
Caltrain.
Remember what I said a minute ago about it getting busy around here? There's another train approaching the station right now. That's Caltrain. And I don't know if it was an echo I heard. It probably was just an echo from the Ace train that just left. But it sounded a lot like two horns, like the Coast Starlight might be coming around the corner before long. I've been saying that all afternoon, huh?
That's what we've been wanting to see since like 7 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to turn it around and watch Caltrain again. So it's going to get busier as the afternoon rolls forward. And I'm thinking that probably what I was thinking I was going to do is keep going until the Coast Starlight shows up and show everybody the Coast Starlight, since that's what we were here for. But I'm starting to think that maybe it makes more sense to go when it gets busy, because it'll just be
we aren't going to be able to talk very much once it gets busy.
Starlight should be coming now.
Yeah, I know, but that's what we said a half hour ago.
Yeah, but he had a yellow signal.
Oh, okay.
They're going to hold him at the end of double track.
Ah. Well.
Once number 11 goes by, we'll probably go, though.
Yeah, how about that? Once 11 goes by, because, I mean, the number of viewers is dwindling, too. We're down to 18. We had 30 or 40 a little while ago. Yeah, just for your information, whoever was asking, I can't read fast enough to see this. I started the computer purely on a lark. I didn't even know I was going to be doing this today, but this is. going to be in the tower, but I didn't know I was going to start a live webcast. But this is one of those things you might remember on some recent show. I think it was on the podcast though, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I said, something about how I start the month without a lot of plans, and then stuff comes up. This is one of those things that came up. I wasn't planning to do this today. I would normally be sitting at home editing something for next month today.
One more time.
No. This came up. Hunter and I have been talking about filming from up here in the tower.
About a month or two.
For a while, right?
Yeah, a couple months.
But I honestly was starting to wonder even if it was going to happen. And then we got together last week for something.
And then we just kind of came up here and we were just kind of like, well, why don't we do it this week?
Yeah.
And so that's sort of happened. It was impromptu. It was kind of like, everything sort of just kind of fell into place. So it kind of made everything really good.
It drops into your lap,
Pretty
as
much.
I like to say. And that's kind of what happened here. It kind of dropped into our lap. So so we came up, and now this is what I'm doing today instead of editing.
Now I'm not in Sacramento. I'm here shooting trains that aren't normally running in Sacramento besides the Capital Corridors.
Right.
So everything I see today and shoot is nothing that I would see at home anyway. So it's so funny because a lot of the rail fans around here like to not rail fan this section too much because they get bored of all the commuter rail. But I find the commuter rail to be really interesting for me because we don't get things like Caltrain and Ace in Sacramento. We just get the Capital Corridors. That gets repetitive after a while, but we have enough freight traffic in the valley to keep us busy. So when I really do want to see commuter rail, this is where I go, this area here.
Something I wanted to mention for Dave on here, the Starlight is Amtrak's long-distance train that runs from Los Angeles to Seattle, the Coast Starlight.
Which steam locomotive is better, Big Boy or Challenger?
Challenger.
Well, a Big Boy is basically a Challenger with 4 extra wheels. So just take that for what it's worth.
Oh, and as an added bonus, Hunter came with Gary today. This guy in the background is also known as Peanut Gallery. That's Gary.
Goofy Gary Perazzo, yes, sir.
Goofy Gary. Do you mind if we call you Goofy Gary, Gary? Call you anything.
Yeah.
Shithead.
That's good.
Hey, this is a family show. Yeah, what are you doing? It's still a family show, even though he said ship.
Yeah.
S-H-I-P.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the boat.
Yeah.
I sunk a ship, and I'm sorry about that. What I didn't tell you is, no, I got my flux capacitor working, and I was on the Titanic earlier, and I came back. And I just wanted to tell you
he was complaining about the ship.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Oh, ship.
Oh, ship.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it was, guys. Just so you know.
Oh, I believe him, don't you? Yeah. So the answer to the question is still alive. That is the Coast Starlight. Yeah. This is train 11 coming.
All right, guys, here we go. Big moment.
Very soon. Train 11 is about to show up, coming around the corner. Would you mind starting that camera for me, sir?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to get this computer in position here so that you can see the Coast Starlight too. And then we can finally turn off the live webcast. Shoot, this is the longest webcast I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going on almost 2 hours. Wow. Okay, we ready for the choo-choo? Take that part out.
Oh, don't worry. It will come around the corner soon.
We guarantee it this time.
Yeah. Is everybody camera stop?
We're good.
Hey, you even had a private car on it.
And that's becoming increasingly rare nowadays with how Amtrak's been behaving lately, so that's always nice to see.
Yeah.
All right.
So that was the Coast Starlight Train 11.
And that's what we were waiting on all day.
That's the southbound long distance Amtrak train that goes from Seattle to Los Angeles,
which was due through here at like 9:30 this morning.
Yeah, it's running about 5 or 6, between 5 and 6 hours.
It's about 6.5 hours.
Oh, is it 6.5 now? Mm-hmm. Okay, it's running between 6 and 7 hours late, and that's a little more, I think, than what they can make up between here and Los Angeles. So
yeah,
if you're waiting for somebody to come in today from Seattle,
you're going to be waiting a little while longer.
Yeah, they're going to be late. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So Dave says, cool end car. Is that always on there? No. That was something called the Silver Foot. I'm not familiar with that, but that's a private car. And I thought that Amtrak had stopped allowing private cars.
Amtrak changed the policy.
Oh.
Okay, Amtrak had a policy that stated that they wouldn't support the movement of private cars on their train anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That has been lifted to an extent. They will now add a private car on at the origination point.
Oh, that's
and at the termination point,
but
it can't be added on any intermediate points.
Right.
So basically, the Silver Foot there was added in Seattle, and it's going to be going to LA. Yeah. It can't be dropped off at any intermediate point.
Yeah.
Which is kind of screwy. I mean, basically, which means that if he wants to go to Oakland now, he can't get dropped off in Oakland. He has to go down to LA, take the Southwest Chief to Chicago, and then get on number 6 just to have his car in Oakland. It's these logistics that's Amtrak is still screwing the private car industry even with this issue. So
it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me.
Not really.
Because how much effort does it take to add or remove a private car?
Oh, not even. It adds maybe an extra 10 or 15 minutes, and there's so much slack in the wait time, so it's not a big deal.
A lot of
a
lot of slop into the schedule.
And then it's not just that. It's that I found out that the cost of running a private car on one Amtrak train pays for one entire crew on one Amtrak long distance train.
Yeah.
And they're getting rid of that.
Look who showed up here. Hi, Mike.
Ah.
Did you notice Hunter's growing some scruff on his face?
You didn't recognize me? Come on.
You can recognize him just by his voice.
Jeez, I have the most distinctive voice around, bud.
Hey! Oh, probably not a lot of people heard that one, huh?
I don't think it. If you hear that hi that John says,
hi,
he's referring to when I say hi in the SP10 video that he just put up. So,
and if you hear Hunter talk about the SP10 video, he's talking about the video that came out this past weekend on TSG Multimedia's YouTube channel about the Southern Pacific RDC or Bud car number 10. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's really good. Hunter did a full tour of the car.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some old timers on the video who worked on the car when it was in service on the Northwestern Pacific, which was really neat.
Really neat.
So, it was the hat, he says. He didn't recognize it because it's a UP hat instead of SP.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, Sid, no, that is not my YouTube. My YouTube is Trainboy94, not West Coast Rail Productions.
West Coast Rail Productions, I think, is Jamie West.
That's Jamie West, yeah.
Oh, I thought so.
Yeah, I'm Trainboy94.
Trainboy94. So, we're up to an
No
hour.
one follows the SP yet. No, Trainway94. No, Train
Boy.
BOY. Younger version of male.
Train Kid 93.
Oh, okay.
No, Train Boy. Maybe you should write it out so people can see. Train Boy 93.
Didn't.
Train Boy. See, Mike knows.
What do you mean the UP hat? You didn't recognize the UP hat. I didn't say anything about a UP hat.
I said the UP hat.
Oh, you said the UP hat.
He didn't recognize you because you have a UP hat.
Oh, get out of here.
And not an SP hat. You see Mr. SP over here wearing the UP hat.
This is pretty cool because this is only for employees, though, and it was given to me.
It's still UP, though. It's not, I don't care, but there are people out there that, oh, it's the yellow Borg, or oh, you pee on people.
I don't like UP. I don't like UP either, but man, this is a cool hat, so I'm going to wear it anyway. I don't care.
This was the hat that Hunter was sporting last
in my
week.
Profile picture on Facebook, yeah.
Last week. This is an antique hat, basically, that lives here in the Interlocking Tower.
Yeah.
So
and
here's what I was thinking, just real quick.
Okay.
Time out. I think what I'm going to do, because we're only 5.5 minutes away from doing the longest ever webcast, and I don't think I'm ever going to do a 2-hour webcast again, because I can't. It's hard to stay alert this long, especially when I'm tired. It's like, I had trouble sleeping last night. I couldn't fall asleep.
I'm falling asleep right now.
Right? It's a night. There's a
no.
nice
We've all been
now.
up since like 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, we're all pretty tired right now.
I don't think I fell asleep until 2 in the morning, and then I woke up at 5.
And we were already on our way here when he was going to bed. So there you go. Go figure.
I went to bed. I just didn't fall asleep.
Oh, okay.
You know how that is?
Yeah, I know how it is.
You're trying to sleep, and there's stuff going through your head of all the things that you need to do, or you need to figure out how to do something. And I couldn't stop thinking about the JMRI video that I have to make for later next month, which is stupid because I have 4 weeks, right, to make it or so. There's another Caltrain.
But how much else do you have on your plate to worry about?
There's a lot.
So
there's another Caltrain coming. So
we'll probably be able to give you guys one more train before we go.
Yeah,
one more train.
At least one more train.
Yeah.
So let me stand up, and this one might be the kind that doesn't stop here, though. So let's go take a look.
He looks like he's coming pretty quick.
He looks like it's coming pretty fast. So let's go take a look here. I'll get the camera started, the regular camera. And if you're okay with it, I'm going to set this right here. Okay. Is that okay?
He's coming in hot.
While the train's making its station stop, I thought I'd show people that are later arriving to this live stream where we are. Oh, that's Hunter Lohse. And we're coming live from the Santa Clara Interlocking Tower. And we have Goofy Gary over there, still filming the train. I hope I'm not ruining his audio. Okay, so I keep hoping that we're going to see one of the higher speed Caltrain.
You might not. You're at 2 minute warning thereabouts. Well, 1 minute warning.
Yeah, we're at the 1 minute warning. I said a few minutes in this stream. It's 2 hours, which it's about to. We're less than a minute away now. So we are about to sign off now. I want to thank everybody who bothered to tune in and watch this. And
I'm glad you found this entertaining for 2 hours. Thanks.
I'd like to thank Hunter for being here, and Gary too, who's over there, and to everybody who's watching, and John Wiley and the South Bay Historical Railroad Society, which is a group in Santa Clara, California. You should come down, visit. They have 2 layouts here, an HO scale layout and an N scale layout, and they have a full museum here that's very much worth looking at. I've often told people that the SBHRS open house event that happens once in November and once in usually April is one of the best events that happens, railroad events that happens in the Bay Area. Another really great railroad event is happening on the weekend of September 1st, so Labor Day weekend. It's Rail Fair at Ardenwood in Fremont.
There'll be a steam engine.
There's going to be a little 040T Porter steam engine there called the Anne Marie. It's actually a coal-fired engine, which
for California is very rare.
You don't see those very often in California. So make sure you check out those things. Come down to the SBHRS. The SBHRS is open tonight between 5 and 8, if I remember correctly. It's almost forgot. The Western Railway Museum is also having Members Day on September 22nd. So that's another one. You know, there are so many events and organizations probably in almost any area. So wherever you live, you should look these up.
Thank you, Mike, for mentioning that. Thank you.
Yeah, look in the live comments, Western Railway Museum, Members Day. I'm going to be talking about that a little bit on the podcast as well a week from this Saturday. So I was hoping to catch one more train coming through so that I could end the stream with a train going by, but I don't think anything's coming soon enough to do that. Although we do have a green light here.
We're already beyond our 2 hours. We're 2 hours and 1 minute.
Yeah, we went too long, huh?
Yeah.
So hey, Mike, if you are editing a promo video for TSG, make sure I have that by the beginning of next week, because when I get the podcast done, I can't put it in after that. So maybe by Monday at the latest, okay? So yeah, they're making announcements. I'm listening out of my right ear because they're making announcements out on the platform here. I think we're just gonna go. So I'll turn the camera around, and that'll be the end of the webcast. So say goodbye. Say goodbye, Gary.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Yep. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later. And here's your parting shot, looking at the cameras, looking out the window.